Imagine living the Hollywood dream. Endless red carpets, flashing cameras, and fan mail stacked sky high. For most people, that sounds like the ultimate jackpot. But in Tinseltown, not everything is as shiny as it seems. Behind the glitz and the glam, a select few stars decided they'd had enough of the spotlight, walking away without so much as a hint as to why. One day, they were box office gold and tabloid fodder, and the next, poof, vanished like a magician's trick, leaving fans scratching their heads and wondering, where did they go? Get ready to take a trip down memory lane as we dig into the mysterious cases of Hollywood actors who, despite fame, fortune, and legions of admirers, simply disappeared without a trace. Buckle up, because this list is full of drama, speculation, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. Rick Moranis was a household name in the 1980s and early 90s, known for his unique blend of humor, nerdy charm, and unforgettable roles in blockbusters like Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Spaceballs. He had a knack for making audiences laugh with his impeccable comedic timing and quirky persona. But just as his career was peaking, Moranis made the surprising decision to step away from the silver screen. One day he was Hollywood's go-to funny man, and the next, gone. It was the mid-1990s when Rick Moranis seemingly disappeared from Hollywood without a warning. At first, fans thought it was just a break between projects, a brief hiatus while he picked his next big role. But as months turned into years, it became evident that Moranis was not just on vacation, he was intentionally staying out of the spotlight. While other actors of his era continued to climb the ladder or reinvent themselves, Moranis had walked away when most would have doubled down. The story behind his departure is as heartwarming as it is heartbreaking. In 1991, tragedy struck when Moranis' wife, Ann Belsky, passed away from breast cancer, leaving him as a single father to their two young children. Moranis, ever the devoted family man, chose to prioritize his role as a father over the fame and fortune that Hollywood had to offer. He scaled back his acting gigs until he eventually stopped accepting them altogether. According to Moranis, his decision was simple. His children needed him more than the world needed another movie with him in it. For decades, Rick Moranis kept a low profile, staying out of the limelight and declining offers to make a comeback, even when fans were clamoring for his return. Instead, he focused on raising his children and living a quiet, private life in New York City. While he didn't completely disappear, lending his voice to a few animated projects and making the occasional public appearance, he largely stayed true to his commitment to family first. It wasn't until 2020, nearly 25 years after his last on-screen role, that Moranis surprised fans with a brief return in a lighthearted commercial alongside Ryan Reynolds. This cameo was a reminder of his enduring charm and talent, and sent waves of nostalgia through his fan base. More recently, there have been rumors of him appearing in a reboot of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, aptly titled Shrunk. While he may never fully come back to the bustling world of Hollywood, Moranis' story stands as a testament to the power of prioritizing what truly matters in life.
So, to introduce it, we brought in an actor we've all gone too long without. Rick Moranis.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to say something about mint?
No, that would have been smart, but no, it's $30, it's unlimited, it'll do just fine.
Sounds good. I really got to get a phone. So why am I here?
I'm just a huge fan.
Oh, stop it. Come on,
No,
stop it.
seriously, massive.
That's it?
That's it.
Gene Hackman is one of the most respected actors of his generation, with an illustrious career that spanned over 4 decades. With roles in iconic films such as The French Connection, for which he won an Academy Award, Unforgiven, Hoosiers, and The Royal Tenenbaums, Hackman's powerful performances left an indelible mark on cinema. His presence commanded attention, his characters were nuanced, memorable, and defined by a grit that few could replicate. And then, in 2004, Hackman vanished from Hollywood as suddenly as a final curtain drop. Hackman's last film role was in Welcome to Mooseport, 2004, a lighthearted comedy that paired him with Ray Romano. The movie didn't receive stellar reviews, but at that time, no one realized it would be the swan song for Hackman's career. Unlike many actors who announced their retirement with grand fanfare, Hackman's exit was quiet and understated. He simply stopped accepting roles and quietly slipped away from the limelight. For fans who had followed his career since the 1960s, it was a shock. How could a living legend just walk away at the peak of his powers? Hackman himself provided some insight into his decision. In interviews after his retirement, he revealed that the rigors of film work had taken their toll on him. At the age of 74, Hackman decided that his well-being and peace of mind were more valuable than another leading role. "The stress of the job just wasn't for me anymore," Hackman said, explaining that he wanted to focus on more serene pursuits. His decision wasn't driven by scandal or controversy, but by a simple desire to live life on his own terms. While many speculated that he might return for a big role or a special project, Hackman held firm to his decision. He turned his focus to writing, authoring several novels, including Pursuit and Escape from Andersonville, showcasing a new facet of his creativity. Since stepping away from acting, Gene Hackman has maintained a life of relative seclusion. He relocated to New Mexico, where he embraced a quiet life far removed from the glamour of Hollywood. There, he has spent his days painting, writing, and enjoying the slower pace that retirement affords. In 2020, a rare photo of him surfaced online, showing Hackman at 90, looking healthy and content, fueling a wave of nostalgia among his fans. Occasionally, Hackman's name resurfaces when actors or directors sing his praises, often citing him as a major influence. But for the most part, Hackman seems content to leave his legacy intact and live out his years away from the flashing lights of the red carpet. His story serves as a rare example in Hollywood, a superstar who walked away at the height of his game, not out of scandal, burnout, or waning opportunities, but simply because he felt it was time. Rick Moranis and Gene Hackman may have chosen vastly different paths, but their stories share one powerful theme: the courage to prioritize personal fulfillment over fame. Moranis stepped away from Hollywood to embrace fatherhood, turning his back on stardom for the simple joys of raising his children. Hackman, after decades of powerhouse performances, made the choice to retire gracefully and pursue a peaceful life filled with writing and art. Both actors left their fans with countless memorable moments on screen, even as they moved on to quieter, more personal chapters. Their decisions remind us that even in the glittering world of Hollywood, where success is measured in box office numbers and awards, there's a different kind of triumph in knowing when to step away. These stories may be rare, but they serve as a reminder that true success isn't just about staying in the spotlight. It's about living life on your terms. Did you enjoy revisiting the stories of these iconic actors who walked away from fame? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about Hollywood's most intriguing disappearances. And stay tuned. Part 2 will cover even more actors who took the ultimate bow and left us wondering where they went.